got on one of the soybean meal trains. It's ground up in the mill. See it? And when that stuff gets wet, it rots and ferments, and flies lay maggots in it. So it's usually worse on the other side where rain gets on it, but this is dry here. I can kind of sweep that off. But I had to hide in that hole over there until we got going. And all my stuff is hidden in this hole. I couldn't fit in this hole with all my gear. It's just big enough for one person. So I hid over there. But I just hope we keep going out of the yard. I'm going to kind of keep hid here until we get out of town a little ways. I guess I'll keep the camera running and get my knife out of the way. Can't believe it. I broke the daggum chip off my knife. I have no idea how I did that. I was just getting ready to sharpen it when I noticed that. So if I run into any trouble, I'm going to really have to stab somebody extra hard to get it to go in. But I'll sharpen it once we get going. Got a pretty nice little whetstone. Oh, sitting on that 1/4-inch metal hurts your ass real bad. What I hate is road crossings, or people who look at the train while they're driving by and spot you on it and then get on their cell phone and call the law. But this is a light colored grainer that I'm on, but at least it's not white. And I'm wearing all black and camo, so I show up pretty good, but not as good as I would on a white grainer. That's why I like riding those black grainers that haul that carbon black that goes into making tires. Once we get out of yard limits, we'll pick up speed. And I noticed we also got a flat tire. You can see the wheels spinning right there. It's got a bald space on it. A lot of times when a train goes into an emergency, it'll lock up its brakes and the wheels will just slide. They'll stop and just slide on the track, and it'll wear a flat spot in the wheel. And that's what we nickname a flat tire or a square tire. Once you get going fast, they sure can be a heck of a racket. But that right there, that road, I believe is business I-90. Okay, we just hit the switch, turn over to CTC. We went out of ABS territory onto CTC. That's computerized traffic control from the ABS, which is auto block. Stands for auto block system. Yeah, we're gone. Yeah, at least there'll be some daylight left to and hopefully I'll be able to film some of them snow-capped Bitterroot Mountains. my Flickr photos, you can go to one of them when I rode through there during the winter time, and it's actually snowing real heavy, and I'm in a boxcar. I just took a picture of the pretty snow in the Bitterroot Mountains from my boxcar. You can go on there and look. I think it's on page 6 or 7 of my photos, but you'll see it. It's got a caption. I'll go over to that hole where I had to hide. See, there's not much room. There's that rotten grain I'm telling you about. That stuff smells bad. Better get back over here. It's kind of windy on this side. Wet over there too. So later on I'll have to sweep all this out as best I can before I lay out. Yeah, as we were leaving the yard, I was watching behind to see how long our train is. And this whole entire train's probably 130 cars long, and it's about 50% LPG, liquefied petroleum gas loaded cars. So if you hear of a train derailment in western Montana with a massive explosion, you'll know it's this one. Stuff like that don't scare me to ride behind, because if you're going to be in a derail, you're not going to live through it anyway. You might as well go ahead and be cremated at the same time. It'll save your family money. Also into the Lobo National Forest, which is part of the Bitterroot Range. The Bitterroot Range, the highest points along the Bitterroot Range, is what divides Idaho and western Montana. It is just spectacular up there. The air smells like pine oil. That's what I've been wanting. I've been locked up in my apartment in Sioux Falls smelling parakeet shit. So it'll be a nice change. It already is. We're doing probably 30 miles an hour, maybe 32 right now. When you've ridden pretty close to 345,000 miles of rails, each one of those wheels is 36 inches in diameter. And whenever you hear that bad place hit the track each time, each revolution, you can pretty much accurately gauge your speed. Probably doing about 33 or 34. That's what we were waiting on. The stack train. That one will be going east. We're going west, of course. Once he's out of the way, we should be able to pick up another 10, 15 miles an hour. Loaded grainers are really bouncy, but at least they don't shake or hunt. They ride a bit smoother too. That second track there ought to be ending pretty soon. Nickname MRL the major repair line for MRL, or we also called it the mental retarded liars, because when you used to ask them for information, they'd lie to you and give you the wrong info. So we nicknamed them mentally retarded liars for MRL. Turn it off now and save it some time until we get out to the Bitterroot.